Today we want to talk about depression, and we want to talk about the link that it has with obesity. So as our sort of psychology corner, Iram, generally, in a sort of broad sense, how do we classify what depression is?
All right, I'll start with stress.
Right.
So depression and stress has different phases.
Okay.
So being a positive psychologist, what we do that we try to actually expand your vision and your perspective about life.
Right.
So usually when we are actually in a state of stress, our body gets really shrunk.
Okay.
And I think the stress response is created in your head first, and then your body manifests that response. So let's say you are stressed about anything and you are really feeling a state of anxiety, right? So in a state of anxiety, what do? That you are anxious, you are not in your real self. So usually when we are stressed, our response becomes, our coping style is like as different as human beings have like different types of personalities. So if I'm depressed, I would have my definite pattern. And I would either skip eating, or I would overeat, or I would have like longer gap between meals, or I would have like munching or binge eating. So there are different coping styles. So what I'm trying to tell you is that why we are stressed, because this illusion of control is the biggest reason behind stress. Anytime, as different positive psychologists quote it, that people become hopeless when they find no control over their external environment. So let's say when I'm driving to my work and there is a traffic jam, I lose control in my planning.
That's true.
Yes.
And you lose control over everything.
Yes. So
trapped in your car.
Exactly. So I think you need to understand this concept or reality that nothing is in our control. So the more you attach your sense of self with things and entitlements and designations, you tend to stay more stressed, number one. And second is that if like you asked, that what is depression?
Yes.
So if I stay in that constant state of controlling and domineering, which is very much case in today's world, because there is a social media pressures, then there is like overachievement pressures, there is like, we are like multitasking as well. So we are all the time in that hustle that where we want to validate ourselves more than ever before.